Greetings, royal queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and welcome back to Queen Tulsa's Coffee Talk, where we chat, we get into the news, and we also get into the tea. It is usually mornings at 9 a.m. However, we are going to be doing some time shifts here. So we just want you all to just be aware of that. Now, Queen Tulsa unleashes hot local news and steamy coffee talk. Don't miss this. Queen Tulsa is back. Get ready for an energizing episode of Coffee Talk as we dive deep into the juiciest royal gossip, mind blowing viral news stories, and unexpected figures shaking up the headlines. Join Queen Tulsa in her first comeback episode where she unveils trending topics that will keep you at the edge of your seat. From scandalous royal secrets to hilarious online happenings, there's something for everyone. Buckle up and bring your favorite drink for this fabulous journey through the latest trends. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell to never miss an update. Now we're going to go straight on over here to Instagram because, child, our first piece of news is going to be a little scrappy. I don't know if y'all know this guy, but he's been on like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. He was like a rapper from like the 2000s and things like that. I actually had the pleasure of meeting him a while ago. We were at this club called Taboo in Atlanta. Well, get into this. Shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk. They say Scrappy's baby's mama, who he met during a threesome, cries after feeling like they're not family. I'm by myself. This is y'all family. Let's go.
Her on the I can't do that. She tried to apologize so we could kill it.
She apologized.
You want to
and
keep
I
going.
said what I said. And now
Okay.
you mad. What are you mad at me for?
Because you keep being disrespectful, and I told you.
What did I say that was disrespectful?
I'll let you know.
Scrappy, are you serious?
Kira is putting my son in front of her son. And she just left me holding the baby. She didn't even care. She just ran out the door. Something is wrong with that picture. There's no reason. Cool down. What are you hurt about? Huh? What are you hurt about, baby? What are you hurt about? What are you hurt about? Okay, all right, okay. For me as a woman, my maternal instinct has kicked in. Well, I'm telling Kira right now, as a mom, her first priority is her son. Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay. I don't want you to stop. Listen. I need you to breathe. I need you to breathe.
It's so much. Like, it's but so much I can take. I'm by myself. Your son just sat there like, oh, that's my mother. I don't got nobody. Nobody don't got my back. This is y'all family. Like, none of this for me. Nobody got my back. Nobody.
Oh, child. Okay, so let's get up into these comments. Someone says he don't know you. Of course, y'all ain't family. It was a threesome, for crying out loud. Oh, child. Okay, so let's get into this. Who else says something? Sweetie, having your own back is the plug. You shouldn't have subjected yourself to a threesome. Ha ha, no. She was just antagonizing Bam. Mom is obviously obsessed with her son to see him growing and making his own family, shaking my damn head. Hell no, y'all gave a threesome to Scrappy. Mama D was really nice though. I like that side. Child. Her mom passed away while she was pregnant. She said she was triggered because Scrappy and his mom were ganging up on her, and she has nobody. Context matters. Girl, you kept the child from a threesome. I'll leave this here. Be blessed. The baby's daddy family is not your family. The F. Baby Mama D's growth because she handled that situation way better than she usually does. So it seems like the people are giving Mama D more praise than they are giving this girl support. And when it comes to this, I mean, dating a rapper and somebody that's in the public eye, I want to say that, they're always going to be a moment to where somebody's going to recognize him. You're going to get like this fan that's attracted to him. So I say, like, when you're in the public eye and you're dating, it can be very complicated. As far as like with Mama D, she does kind of overstep boundaries in this clip. Yes, she was, pretty cool, but she has a history of jumping in his relationships. And I feel like at this point, Scrappy needs counseling. And I don't even think that it's the ladies that he's dealing with. I think that Scrappy has like some demons that he's fighting. Um, and when it comes to like settling down and things like that, I don't think that he could trust a woman, because if y'all know, his mom used to be like a madam, and she used to have like this pimp talk, and she was in the streets. And I get that she's trying to, change her image and things, but the image that she left on her son's head left it to where he can't trust another woman full on. And that's just my opinion. Y'all can let me know what
What are you mad at me for?
All right, so Shamia has a halftime performance. Atlanta versus Miami, April the 18th at 7 p.m. Y'all make sure y'all get on over and support her. Okay, we're not gonna do that. It's got music. All right, it's Thursday, April the 17th, 2025. Lord, today I pray for more peace, more favor, more blessings, and more strength. Let's give it a light. Now get into this. Cardi B claimed in a leaked DM that Offset slept with Ari Fletcher. Ari allegedly responded via Twitter X, calling Cardi B corny. Okay, listen here, get into it. So it says, what you saying that I F Offset this weekend? Like, B, I don't give a F who you support. Lying on my P is crazy, and he have not F'd me neither. Y'all truly gotta leave me the F alone. We both move on. Tell him to tell you how he was effing Ari while we was together, but yet I'm wrong for moving on, huh? Leave me the F alone. He said he smashed when you was in Atlanta. Coming to a woman as a woman, or telling on a woman to her man, gotta be top corniest, most miserable be alive. I kept it up. I ain't even tell the world she was talking about Cardi. I ain't tell the world how she called bag trying to tell on Ari because of Offset. Child, you know what? I'm so done with this Cardi B, this Offset shenanigans shit. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm still just kind of over, Cardi taking the blogger lady to court. She never made an album. And it's just like, I don't want to hear about you on Offset. If y'all together, y'all together. If y'all are apart, it doesn't move me. Like, take me out, take us out the group chat. We don't want to know. We don't care. It's very clear that, Offset is allegedly pretty, open when it comes to these women that you are fighting about him. And my thing is, when Cardi got into that fight at that club and did what she did, and that man made her look like a fool, that would have been it for me. I mean, you didn't got married, you in, your prime. You're supposed to be living life to the fullest. You got your career, and you out here fighting somebody in a club about a man. And that's why I said, it's something deeper going on with that couple. And I feel like they both have secrets on each other. And I feel like by them having children, it does put a strain on their relationship. But I just say she's a grown woman, and it's time for her to move on. Yeah, it's definitely time.
That are not just living at the border. Ladies and gentlemen, they're all inside the interior.
Okay, so let's get into this. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. Things went left at Major Reed Taylor Greene's town hall in Cobb County, Georgia. While Green was speaking about immigration, a protester interrupted, accusing her of targeting black and brown people. As security moved to escort the protester out, they shouted, "You butch body bigot," a reference to what Rep. Jasmine Crockett called Majorie during a heated House committee hearing. Another protester later became involved in a scuffle with security as he was being escorted out. The situation quickly escalated when officers tased the man, prompting some attendees to applaud. Thoughts? Do you think the protester crossed the line, or was this fair game? Let's get into it.
that are not just living at the border. Ladies and gentlemen, they're all inside the interior of the United States. All inside the interior of the United States. You can head out. The protest is outside. Thank you very much. Protest is outside. Protest is outside. Bye. Have fun out there. That are not just living at the border. Ladies and gentlemen, they're all inside the interior of the United States.
All right, now. So this is just a still photo. I guess this is one of the male protesters that they were talking about. Let's get into some of these comments. What are the people saying? I'm sorry, but that was funny. I'm sure someone will create butch body bigot t-shirts, as they should. She has her daddy's face, literally. The disrespect of our Congress. We are a joke. No lies detected. Butch body bigot is hilarious. Good. Who even put this goofy in office? Oh, child. Well, the
Interior of the United States.
people aren't feeling her. All right, we got Tammy Roman, child. Here she go. All right, Tammy. Tammy, you don't need to lose no more weight, sister. And I love you. And I'm just going to say this. You look beautiful. No more weight losing, honey. Aging is an extraordinary process where you become the person you always should have been. Okay? You look good, but we don't need you to lose any more weight, sister. Mm-hmm. Yes, sister. Don't lose no more weight. I'm over 50. Ain't nobody mean mugging you. I just can't see ish without my glasses. Okay, get into it. You look good, but girl, no. Stop right there, on that weight loss journey. Like, you look perfect. And sometimes I've got to say this. Like, sometimes your imperfections don't even be as wild as we kind of sometimes think that they are, because believe it or not, I do have some imperfections and things like that. So, I mean, but they're not just out of control. I try to keep a clear mind when I am critiquing myself, and always remind yourself, like, I'm perfect just the way that God made me. If I have to go in there and do a little tweak or two, that's okay, right? All right. Yes. All right. I did put up a poll. Just one super sticker is what I issued up. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, I do want to give me 1 second, y'all. I do want to bring this up. I was in my ZM just the other day. Okay, good. Yeah, I was just in my DM the other day, and I saw some stories, and I'm just like, oh my God, I just got to cover these. Um, Nene Leakes, she's been in the news lately, but we're gonna hold off on her right quick. What I wanted to get on is Azalea Banks, y'all. Now, Azalea Banks, shout out to the Hollywood Unlocked. Azalea Banks, it's time everyone who voted for Trump admit that we made a effing mess. Oh, child. Get into it. Azalea tweets, okay, I think it's time everyone who voted for Trump admit that we made a effing mess. Like, this is an absolute disaster. Trump supporters right now. Child. Azalea Banks says he's so petty and vindictive right now, to be honest, rightfully so, but not when the well-being and livelihood of billions of people, damn near the entire world, lay in our hands. Someone needs to get him a cute little Loraprazim RX and a high-grade ashwagandha supplement, because It can't happen like this. Nobody on earth is afraid of crazy old white man anger. Old white men need to reinvent the archetype because it's too predictable. Like China is just dunking on everyone right now. To be honest, I love that for China though, and really do love China in general. China is the doll. Whew. What do y'all think? Let's get into these comments. Someone says, I'm so confused. This man is doing everything he said he would. She voted for him because he was funny, but she didn't listen to one of his campaign speeches. He's just funny. You still laughing. Her statement reflects what I know so many of his supporters are feeling right now. 3 months in, and he's delivered on to the none of his promises. Okay. We told y'all, but y'all were too concerned about Kamala, if Kamala was black or not. It's a mess, but I sleep good every night. I hope everything burns to the ground because VP Harris was the right choice. She told us so. She should have put a pic of herself since she voted for him. The sad part is they will never admit the truth. That's the funny thing. They holding all their anger inside. I didn't vote for Trump and I never will, but at least someone finally admitted it. All right. What are y'all thoughts? What'd you say? It's a little too late, honey. It's a little too late for your outrage. And see, instead of them reaching and reading, uh, let's see. So let's get into this article right here. This is across the pond. Shout out to People Magazine. Since early March, the remains of 6 people have been found in towns close to one another in the 3 states, ramping up speculation about a serial unaliver in the area. Read more details in their link on their website. It says dead women are turning up in New England beach towns. Police deny a pattern, but locals fear a serial unaliver. So if anybody is over there in New England beach towns, y'all please be careful. They say that there's somebody out there on the loose, child, that's out there that's got that Jeffrey Dahmer spirit up on him, that demon up on him. So make sure y'all are staying prayed up. Make sure you are staying, you know, guarded, honey. Never always check your surroundings. All right, speaking of your surroundings, Megan the Stallion's lawyers tried to take Tory Lanez's deposition in prison, and it didn't go very well. Disruptive, inflammatory, and inconsistent with the basic norms of civil litigation. Now they want a federal judge to hold Lanez in contempt of court. Okay, Megan Cuniff has reported this. Megan the Stallion's lawyers tried to take Tory Lanez's deposition into prison, and it didn't go well. The filing includes experts from Lanez's deposition. Mr. Peterson targeted Mrs. Pete's counsel with petty, misogynistic jabs about her hair color and appearance, an act of pure harassment intended to belittle rather than respond to the questions. Mr. Peterson find ignorance of the meaning of everyday words such as discuss, approve, and meet. The depot is in Megan's defamation lawsuit against online commenter Milagro Cooper. Milagro's lawyer told Megan's lawyer he wants it crystal clear he does not represent Lane. We have no control over him or his conduct, and frankly, his conduct wasted our time as well. Megan's lawyers say they emailed Milagro's lawyer and Lanez's lawyer to discuss remedying Lanez's contemptuous behavior. Milagro's lawyer answered for both he and Lanez's lawyer and said they would not oppose any action sought against Lanez. Whew. He is a jerk. Someone says it's like free PR that you don't have to print, child. This is a lot. This is really a lot. I don't know if y'all know, but Milagro Graham, she's a blogger here. She's on like YouTube and she's like on other platforms. And allegedly what they were saying was that, she was working for Tory Lanez and, he was, helping her out, sending her money and things like that, to put out this narrative of that he was innocent. Okay. So we just hope that they can figure it all out. Shout out to our friends over at It's On Site. More of the story. We have to stop going live with the foolishness. Left her phone and all. She was on live talking big about a girl and her kids. By the time she turned around, Shorty pulled up with her homegirls and sis turned into Usain Bolt. Let's get into this.
Taken care of. I ain't never have to back nigga. You Dre, the thing that you trying to say is Leia's daddy. You him right after my sister. You dirty ass.
She said you the baby at 13, 14. Jameer is 12, and you got the 30.
Well, you're a weak. You're
No,
a weak.
the math is just
you
not
have bad
mathing.
kids, bad delinquents, bad.
She got 4.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
come on.
Come on. Oh, y'all never pulled up to my house? Watch out. Get the in here now. Bye.
So get into this. So this group of girls, apparently the girl that was, on the porch, she was on live. She was talking her smack about some girls, and then they end up pulling up to her house. I don't know why in the blazing bejesus would anybody be doing this. Like, girl, you have children. And my thing is, some stuff that I used to do, I don't do it no more because I'm not just living for me. Like, I'm living for my kids. Like, if I'm not here, who's going to take care of them? Like, I would take care of them. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, it's starting to be like a trend on social media where people are getting, they want to go viral. They want this clout. And we're just in a different time of technology and stupidity. All that playing. Someone says the way I heard the car skirt, she was on the wheel for that fade. The kids got more heart than the mom. Someone says, I need the entire live immediately. Girl, I'm not leaving my phone. I don't care how scared I am. Girl, sis turned into a magic trick. She was in the house before the kids. You let her get your phone too. She wanted the attention and got it. Okay, listen here. When you are out there looking for attention, somebody is going to give it to you. Somebody is going to give it to you. You think you crazy. These people that showed up, they just let you know that they a little bit more off they rocker than you thought. Yes. All right. Now let's get up into this because we got Carlos King, Dustin, and we got Claudia Jordan. Child, they was on a live the other day, and they were giving their commentary. Claudia Jordan says Britt Eady brings ghetto energy to the show, and we're speaking of Row Up, Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's playing the victim card extra hard, and according to her LinkedIn page, Britt was allegedly done with Allstate Insurance and since 2023. But y'all, let's get into it.
Before you get all panties in the bunch, Britt, I don't like you on the show. I think you bring very much ghetto energy. I can't take your very nasally sounding nose, the way you talk. It's just like whoever did that, please open up those nasal passages. It's too much. Like it's like, how does your husband's a saint? I don't like you anymore. The way you busted, how we are protecting Angela Oakley and all costs, by all means. Okay, Angela didn't even ask me anything that was negative or mean. She said, "I'm a broker too. Like, how does that happen?" And I did my research. Well, a little bit of research. There's a LinkedIn page for Britt and her company that she was doing her insurance stuff with, right? And I contacted a real estate agent as well, and also someone that is in the mortgage brokerage business, Britt Edie. Her, according to her LinkedIn page, she was with Allstate full time, and that was from January of 2020 to April of 2023, 3 years and 4 months. So it says that she's been done doing it. So I don't know if she lost her license from this incident or she just, I don't know. And I also talked to someone that said, I said, so can you lose before you get all panties in the butt, Britt? I don't like you on the show. I think.
All right, child. Now get into this. Angela Oakley says, for your information, this is the case for any state license, real estate, mortgage, insurance, no shade. State lisure in Georgia requires a just cause for investigation, meaning the license board must have a valid reason, such as a violation of laws or rules, to initiate a probe into a license conduct. I hold 2 professional licenses. My question still stands. Oh, child. What is the cause?
Can you lose your license?
Now listen here. That is true, because if you all know, we've seen on the show that Angela Oakley, she has her properties and things like that. She flips properties. Like I believe she said that she was working on 5 homes, like renovating them. And so like, even for her to do any renovations, add-ons or anything like that, she has to get a permit. So if she's doing any construction or doing anything to add value to the house, it has to have a permit. It has to go through writing, right? Okay, so let's get into some of these comments that people are saying. Now, everyone wants to speak. Kenya is not a saint. Stop going on this press tour for Ken. Bravo did what needed to be done. All the tastelessness, low down, dirty-ish Kenya has done. You all still trying to champion for her. Why not? I mean, this is a woman that was threatened. This lady said she had a pew-pew and that it was going to go down. It was going to go down. Yes, it is something wrong with that. These women were on the show petitioning and protesting. Some of these women have went to jail because a Black woman was taken up out of here by a pew-pew. Like, are y'all okay? Are y'all serious? Have y'all not been watching the show? So yeah, it's declassing the show. And that's what Nene said a long time ago. She said, Kenya's going to declass the show. So as far as them both being in the wrong, I say Britt was in the wrong, and I say that Kenya's PTSD got the best of her. Y'all try to be on a job and somebody threatened you with a pew-pew and your production and the job is not seeing nothing. You're going to eventually lose it. Claudia is saying exactly what y'all been saying in the comment section. So now you disagree with what she's saying. I said that on Sherelle's channel the other day. Y'all dragging Claudia as if she isn't speaking facts. Britt Edie is ghetto. I agree. She's one of them girls who swear every girl's hating on her, but she starts and creates the problems. Absolutely. And she needs to be off the show. I don't know who invited her. Whose friend is she? I'm glad that Claudia Jordan is telling the truth, child. Claudia, ghetto is an excellent descriptor for Britt's behavior. She is inept at reading the room. Child, you know what? Britt really needs to find her something to do because this isn't it. I'm just not really feeling that. And I kind of feel like Britt decided to come on the show and go after Kenya. But you have to understand, Kenya is the shade assassin girl. She's going to gather you and put you right together. Now, speaking of putting you right together, honey, we're going to roll on over here to Tokyo Tony. She done made the blogs over at the Neighborhood Talk. Shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk, Kyle and all of them. Says, child, Tokyo Tony got into a little tussle with a woman she claimed stole from her after she let the woman live in her home. Before the altercation, the woman says Tokyo Tony wanted to be sexual with her. A mess. Let's get into it.
Bro, you want me to eat your pussy? Bro, I want you to eat my pussy. Bro, I want your dirty ass. Bro, I want your dirty ass, bro. Bro, you want me to eat your pussy? Bro, I want you to eat my pussy.
She been following me 3 years online. Like I sent her money and everything. I took this girl in not as a roommate, not as helping her or anything. She was supposed to make me beats. No friends. I'm helping. Wasn't supposed to. No beats.
6 weeks, go to jail. She been following me 3 years online. Like I sent her money and bags out the top and bagged up and rolled out with my shit.
Right here, like that. The 2-roll. That.
Bro, kill this bitch. This is crazy. It's throwing all my shit out of my house. I said, what? Oh, hell no.
What are they?
That's what I was saying. Wait a minute, just said.
Bro, this is psych. Kept the basement tore up. She tore everything over. Oh, I always run into these type of women every time. But this one is the cake. Damn, you even took that out my baby's. You didn't tore up the baby toy too. The bags.
All right, y'all. So let's get into it, child. Tokyo Tony then took this woman in off the streets, child. And now she mad that the lady ramshacked her house. Funky Dineva says, why is you letting random people off the internet move into your house? Child, that's the question. Child, she wanted that woman fronting for the ground. This auntie on auntie violence has to stop. And Tony did everything that girl said she did. I know a lesbian quarrel when I see one. Oh, I can recognize a tone in a stud voice when I hear it. That deaf was doing some, okay? She swung because sis was spilling too much. She had to shut her up. Were they in a relationship? Because this is too much. Tony definitely asked her to eat it. You know what? You know what, Tokyo Tony? Girl, when you was out there talking about Wendy Williams was on the party bus and she was doing this, that, and the third, child, that didn't age well because, child, now you got a stud running up on you. I mean, you know. Prayers to her. All right, y'all. Now let's get into it. Now, I told y'all that people, they be doing some nefarious things. Let's get into it. Shout out to our friends over at It's on Site. On April the 12th, a tragic pew during a church-sponsored Easter egg hunt at Golden Sports Complex in Gulfport, Mississippi, claimed the life of Deacon Eddie Shedd, 39. The event, hosted by Empowerment Ministries Christian Center, EMCC, was disrupted by what authorities called a senseless act of pew violence. According to Gulfport Police, the violence stemmed from a custody dispute involving Tyran Dion Gamble, 24. During the confrontation, Gable allegedly opened fire, injuring 2 individuals who tried to intervene. Deacon Shedd was fatally fouled while attempting to protect the mother involved in the dispute. One other victim was airlifted for medical care. Gable, who was also injured, has been charged with first-degree unalivement and aggravated assault. His bond for the assault charge was set at $250,000. He was denied bond for the murder charge. Pastor Greg McGee described Deacon Eddie Shedd as a true hero, praising his selflessness and bravery. He was a beacon of light and strength in our community, McGee said. Fellow church members echoed this sentiment, calling Shedd a protector and a constant presence at EMCC. EMCC is currently accepting donations to support funeral and medical costs. According to People, a memorial service was streamed live on April the 13th. The police continue to seek information related to the incident. Oh, wow. Someone says, absent from the body, present with the Lord. God bless him and his family. Lord, protect everyone this week. Wow, this is so heartbreaking. Prayers to the family. Why do people have to pow for every effing thing? This is so exhausting and beyond sad. May he rest at the right hand of the Father. Oh, wow. Lord Jesus, prayers to his family. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's why I say, you're really not really safe anywhere out here on these streets, child. People are just losing it. Ever since Cousin 19 stopped by and child took off, honey. Took some of these people's minds with them. Now, I want y'all to get up into this.
Old Cody Bomber now.
All right, now, get up into this. So we do have this article right here. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. They reported One individual is now in custody tied to the fire that was ignited at Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro's official residence in Harrisburg early Sunday morning. According to officials, Cody Balmer, 38, has been apprehended and is set to face serious charges, including attempted unalivement, terrorism, aggravated arson, and aggravated assault against a specific individual, as shared by Dublin County District Attorney Fran Chardo. During a press briefing on Sunday, Chardo also mentioned that federal charges could be on the horizon for Balmer. Pennsylvania State Police Lieutenant Cole George Bivens said that authorities are digging into the details of the arson as well as investigations into attempted homicide and aggravated arson. Bivens made it clear that he doesn't anticipate conspiracy charges will be brought against Balmer. Let's get into this article.
In custody and expected to be charged with attempted murder, terrorism, aggravated arson, and more, after officials say he forcibly entered and set a fire at Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro's residence in Harrisburg.
He was able to, he acted very surreptitiously, and then he forcibly entered, and then he set the fire.
Authorities calling the blaze an act of arson, saying local fire officials responded to the incident around 2 a.m., successfully evacuating Governor Josh Shapiro and his family while extinguishing the flames. The governor and his family were in a different part of the home, officials say, away from the fire, but a portion of the house had a significant amount of damage from the blaze.
This type of violence is not okay. This kind of violence is becoming far too common in our society.
Officials haven't said if they believe the incident was politically motivated or a hate crime. Police say Balmer had a homemade device.
He had some homemade incendiary devices.
Just hours before the incident, Shapiro, who was Jewish, sent out this message for Passover with a picture of his family's Seder table.
If he was trying to terrorize our family, our friends, the Jewish community who joined us for a Passover Seder in that room last night, hear me on this. We celebrated our faith last night proudly, and in a few hours, we will celebrate our second Seder of Passover again proudly.
All right, so let's get into these comments. Cody, we know who that was. Oh, he's white. He will be free next week. Protect this man and his family, dear God. The devil is out to get him. Welcome to Trump's America. Shapiro may not be the commander-in-chief, but he is the head of state of Pennsylvania. He will make sure that guy gets a life sentence with no parole, as he should. Glad him and his family is safe, okay? Sound about white. We spent too much time worrying about Teslas getting burned down and vandalized. I don't hear Donald Trump and Pam Bondi speaking about this. Trump's America, child. Some people are saying that, this is what it is. So prayers up, honey. We don't want anybody to be going to glory over no madness. Let's get into it. Y'all know my favorite is back out here in the scene. Shout out to Suzanne Bassett. A long overdue lunch with our dear old friend Wendy. Her light still shines bright. Love. Okay, so Miss Wendy Williams is out with Suzanne and her husband. They worked on her show. Look. And she's standing up, honey, having a good old time kikiing. Ha. Yes, free Wendy Williams. Please. Let her go. Let her out. Get the proper people in this situation. And she needs to be up out of there. All right, so what other stories do we have? I believe this is the only story that we have for today. We will come back. We'll try our best to come back tomorrow and give you guys the best that we can. But yes, this concludes our broadcast. I want to thank you all for coming out to Queen Tulsa's Coffee Talk, taking out a moment to visit and hang out and really just fellowship. It was a great fellowship today. I want you all to have a great day on purpose. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and also tell somebody that we were live. Have a great day on purpose. So long.